Court is calling 2022 CR 7314, State of Texas versus Billy Joe Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Jane Law.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
That's right.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison, up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
That's right.
Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
That's right.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. The state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
That's right.
Defense?
Yes.
State?
Yes.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours community service restitution, and the follow the recommendations from the TAP evaluation. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
That's right.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
That's right.
State any evidence.
Yes, Judge. State Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Only that I've discussed this matter with my client and he agrees with me. He's too old for this stuff. And I think he's really serious about trying to kick this habit. It's heroin. So I asked the court to follow the plea bargain and like pay close attention to the TAP evaluation. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Do you have any children? What are their ages?
19, 21, and 23.
All right. If you were released from custody, where would you be staying?
With my mom right now.
I'm sorry.
With my mother right now.
If you can lower the mask so we can understand you.
At my mom's.
All right. Does your mother want you staying with her?
Yeah.
No, you say that, you assume, because everybody knows their moms love them and they'll accept you no matter what. But have you actually talked to her and said, Mom, may I live with you?
I talked to her.
And
She said it was okay.
did you say, may I live with you?
Yes.
And her response?
She said it was fine.
Have you ever been employed?
Yes.
Doing what?
Right now I work with Rangers Incorporated. We pick up trash on the side of the highway. And I also do remodeling homes.
Okay. Any gang affiliation?
No, man.
What's up with the tattoos?
It was when I was younger. When I was younger and gangbanging in the streets. But I'm all done with that.
All right. So when I say gang affiliation, I mean like past affiliation. Some people, they're master gardeners and they let their membership lapse. And so they kick them out of master gardening class. But if I ask them, hey, you know anything about gardening? They will usually say, well, I used to be a master gardener. So what gang?
I was Kings.
Okay. All right. This is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 6 years in prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. I'm going to want gang supervision, 150 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you can provide the proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get it, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. There is to be regular reporting. There's to be the UA hotline until further notice. I'm going to want field visits 3 times per month. I'm going to want proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And how old are you?
47.
47?
That's right.
All right, those 3 months where I'm saying field visits 3 times a month, you're allowed to live with your mom for 3 months. After that, you need to get your own place. You understand?
That's right.
So probation, he's only allowed to reside with his mother for 3 months. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation, and the TAP evaluation can be done out of custody. If the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment, we're going to start him with intensive outpatient treatment. And I'm going to want sober meetings 3 times per week. And that's going to be until he is actively in intensive outpatient treatment. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, good luck to you.
Your Honor, we waive our request to set bond. That's gonna get out this afternoon, hopefully.
All right, it'll probably be 1 a.m.
Okay.
All right, thank
You
you.
mind this?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready to proceed?
Yes, we are.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 7314, State of Texas versus Billy Hernandez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state.
Defense, are you Billy Hernandez?
This one.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Billy Hernandez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 7314 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on October 25th, 2022 for a term of 6 years? Is that you? State?
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Billy Hernandez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April and May 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, we waive the other violations alleged in the motion.
Any objection?
No objections.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in the prison? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you deny the motion, continue the defendant on community supervision, and amend his conditions for ISF 2 followed by the gang ISP supervision. We're asking that you follow the probation's recommendation, Your Honor.
And we're in agreement with that, Your Honor.
Any objection to the court reviewing probation's report?
None for the state, Your Honor.
No, no.
Okay. All right, so according to the court summary from probation, it says that he did not attend the gang ISP intake on May 12, 2023. You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you speak up so that the court reporter can hear. Where have you been?
Just been, I was working, that's it.
Why didn't you report?
I stopped reporting because of, I thought I was gonna come out dirty when I was supposed to go to the UAs.
So what did you think would be the consequences of you not reporting?
The motion to revoke, coming to the courts again.
All right, and what do you think the consequences would be for you testing dirty?
MTR, motion to revoke.
All right, so I'm going to give you a choice. Sometimes I can give people choices, sometimes I cannot. I can sentence you to 4 years in the prison, or either I can have you complete a new TAP evaluation. You're going to follow the TAP evaluation recommendations. If they recommend inpatient treatment, you're going into treatment, and you're going to do ISF regardless.
Take that, tap and ISF.
It's ISF 2, which is inpatient.
Yeah, no, I'm meaning ISF cognitive.
State ISF.
Yes, on top of he's going to inpatient treatment for inpatient treatment. And what drugs were you using? All right. Yes. I can tell you right now, they're going to recommend safety for him, which appears to be the appropriate placement. So has a TAP evaluation ever been done on him? Okay. All right, this is what the court will do then. Court is going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include a TAP evaluation in custody. And Ms. Abrams, regardless of what the TAP says, if the TAP says outpatient treatment, he needs to go to inpatient treatment because he's using heroin. So I'm going to recommend safety. And because of because of your gang affiliation, felony drug court is not going to accept you. And upon release, there's going to be gang supervision. The UA hotline until further notice. And his probation is going to be extended by 2 years. And there's going to be employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health provider or with minors. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
3,
What are their ages?
24, 19, and 18.
All right, and who are they with?
My mom, but they're in college right now, so they stay with their mom.
Okay. And upon release, he's going to do sober support meetings. And there's to be 120 and 120 days. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, so we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You were looking at going to prison today. If you don't want to go to prison, then you need to follow what is being requested of you of probation. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
So, I'm sorry, so is it going to be the recommendation of the TAP evaluation?
No, TAP evaluation, if they say outpatient treatment, then you know what that means? That means that he hasn't told them that he has an addiction to heroin. If he's honest with them and says he has an addiction to heroin, they're going to recommend safety. So if they come back recommending outpatient, I'm going to want him to go to safety.
So I guess what I'm asking is, you're sending him to safety no matter what.
Yes. But in order for him to go to safety, they still need a TAP evaluation.
Very good.
All right, thank you. Court is calling 2022 CR 7314 State versus Billy Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Valerie Headland for Billy Hernandez.
And are you Mr. Hernandez? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Billy Hernandez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 7314 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 to 4 grams on October 25th, 2022 for a term of 6 years and extended for 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violating condition number 2, on or about the 4th day of June 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Billy Hernandez did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Violating condition number 40, on or about the 4th day of November 2025 in Bear County, Texas, defendant Billy Hernandez did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the Bear County Supervision and Corrections Department Substance Abuse Felony Punishment Facility Continuum of Care Treatment Plan, in that the defendant failed to participate in safety continuum of care in violation of condition number 40.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Here we are.
State will waive the remaining.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 2 and 40, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in the prison
Yes, ma'am.
and up to there's no fine. Did you, knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 2 and 40? Court will find 2 and 40 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Judge, proposed agreement is to deny state's motion, continue on probation, alter and amend to resend Mr. Hernandez to safety, preferably relapse track if available.
All right. Mr. Hernandez. It appears to the court that maybe you don't want to be on probation because you were ordered to go to safety and you refused. So I don't know why I should, order safety again. How old are you? All right. So it's not as though sometimes when you have younger people or you're dealing with children, they don't realize all the consequences of their actions. So you give them an opportunity to reevaluate. I'm trying to figure out why I should give you an opportunity to reevaluate when that's what was ordered and you didn't do it. And the fact that you've been extended for 2 years tells me we've been here before on a previous motion to revoke. Otherwise, normally there would not be an extension. So I don't understand why I should continue you.
I'd just like to continue my recovery. I was just set back on some triggers that I should have been aware of.
And Judge, just for the record too, he did the actual full safety. It was aftercare that he got discharged from. He did have a heroin addiction and went through the Suboxone treatment. That was years, I don't know how long ago, but he got clean off heroin. He hasn't used heroin. I think his couple of positives were meth, and we've had discussions about that as well. And he really does want to go back. Excuse me. And he's never been to TDC. He doesn't have any felony convictions. And I think it's minor misdemeanor prior history. So he's asking for a second chance and is willing to participate in the program, right?
Probation.
Yes, Judge.
So is he a good candidate to be continued on probation? He's been on probation since 2022. And he's already been extended for previous violation.
This is his second MTR. He completed 177 days of Safe P, and he just didn't follow through with his aftercare program, Judge, and that is what kicked him out.
Okay. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I don't know if you're appropriate for probation or not. Well, I shouldn't say that. I believe that you should be revoked, right? But I don't have a crystal ball. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have changed and maybe you're ready to complete everything and get your life together. So I'm going to give you a choice. These are your only two choices. There are no other choices. So don't ask me for a third option, right? Your choice will be, I will revoke you. I will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. You'll receive credit because legally you're required to receive credit for the time you completed Safe P. As a part of sentencing you, I'll ask that you be placed in the therapeutic community. Otherwise, I will continue you. It's going to be the Safe P relapse program. You're going to remain in custody till transfer. And I'll also ask that he be considered for felony drug court. So which do you prefer?
Committed to continue?
All right. And is there any gang affiliation?
No, I asked him the same thing, Judge.
Okay. All right. This is what the court will do. The court is going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to, I'll state you may be excused, to include a Safe P relapse program and a referral to felony drug court. And that's to be done in custody. In probation, did we do a gang evaluation for him?
Judge, I would have to check.
And we'll do a gang evaluation if not previously completed.
It mentions it in the summary, Judge, but it doesn't say like that was completed or what result was found, and it's not tagged in his court documents that I could see, so.
Okay. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? Right. And then upon release, I'm going to ask that he do daily sober support meetings. And those are your NAAA meetings. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. you're looking at 6 years in the prison. If you continue to use, only one or two things going to end up happening. One, you may end up going to prison. Or two, the last time you use may be the last time you use, and then somebody's going to have to identify you. I know you don't want that. My understanding, based from everything I've read, addiction is hard to conquer. But in this court, and your attorney will tell you, if you feel as though you're going to use, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call probation. And what will end up happening? Oh, the last one. Hey, what will end up happening is probation. Sometimes they will contact me and say, hey, we got a phone call. He's thinking about using it. Then you know what I would usually do? Have you come in, ask you, how can we help you maintain your sobriety? But if you disappear, if you just give in and use, that's going to be a problem. You understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.